Welcome to this week's episode of the SoSu Series. I'm super excited for today's episode because we're doing things a little differently. Instead of taking the time to interview one of the amazing artists like the others we've had on the show, today we're taking the time to take care of the amazing artists and humans on the other side of the screen. You, in case you didn't piece that together.
So for those who believe that self-care is important, can you raise your hands? For those who believe you are providing for yourself the level of self-care you deserve consistently, raise your hands. And that is what I find oftentimes in my practice, that there's always this gap between how we want to love and care for ourselves and how we are actually doing it. And I think in a lot of ways, there's a reason why there's a gap. Most of the time I hear things like, we don't have enough time, I'm busy. But I also think there's a lot of deep-seated beliefs and programming we have received, particularly as non-male beings, that has programmed us to not always put ourselves the way we need to.
Oftentimes, we're so consumed with the responsibilities of life and being a human and an adult and all these other things that we don't always take the time to breathe, recharge, and reset. One thing that's not discussed often enough is that self-care isn't something that we earn. It's something that we deserve, something that we should do the same way we feed ourselves, drink water, and fulfill those adult responsibilities. So may you take time today to self-care. And not just in the ways that we guide you through in this video, but also in the ways that always make you whole, whether that be a glass of wine, a movie, a snack, or spending time out in nature. It's important because we aren't able to do the work that we need to do unless we fuel ourselves in the way that we need. So I hope you enjoyed today's self-care episode and enjoy these amazing practitioners who will be guiding you today.
Hello, my name is Carolyn Joy Cabrera King, and I'm a breathwork healing facilitator, artist, educator, and lifelong learner and unlearner, passionate about dismantling white supremacy and the patriarchy and identifying and resisting the ways that capitalism drives my behaviors and the behaviors of those around me. Today, I will be leading a self-care practice I call self-love mindfulness breathing, where I carve out space to give myself time to feel love. Something that I have worked on a lot is untangling my own understandings of God and spirituality from the institutions of religion. For my purposes and for the purposes of this practice, God is unconditional love, universal energy. I also very much enjoy Julia Cameron's definition of God in the artist's way: good, orderly direction, flow. My goal with the self-care practice is to tap into our own inner guidance, our innate wisdom, to tap into our wholeness and our perfection, because while so much around us tells us there's no such thing as perfect, we are, in fact, the perfect version of ourselves. There is no one else with your unique set of ancestors, features, memories, hopes, dreams, goals, obstacles, fears, desires. No one could be you in your fullness, even if they tried. The exercise is really simple. A prayer came to me one day in the stillness of meditation that I have said every single morning in this practice ever since it arrived. It goes like this. May the best of my ancestors live on in me. May God walk beside me. May love light my every journey and destination. With each of these lines, we will take a slow inhale through the nose, pause at the top, and hold the breath for 2 seconds to let the line and the energy sink in, and slowly release through the mouth. It is my hope in the first line that you love yourself by allowing yourself the support of all the ancestors that come before you, transcending and unlearning all that no longer serves humanity, and carrying healing, love, identity, light, wholeness forth with you. May the best of my ancestors live on in me. With the second line, it is my hope you love yourself by gifting yourself access to universal energy and guidance that is always available to all of us. May God walk beside me. And with the third line, it is my hope that you feel the deep love that is always and forever within you, pulsing through your bones and your blood, pulsing through you always and forevermore. May love light my every journey and destination. May the best of my ancestors live on in me. May God walk beside me. May love light my every journey and destination. One more time. May the best of my ancestors live on in me. May God walk beside me. May love light my every journey and destination. It is my hope that this self-care practice resonates with you. Please feel free to take it and adapt it in any way to fit your unique needs for self-care. It has been an honor to be in community with you. As Audre Lorde says, without community, there is no liberation, but liberation must not mean a shedding of our differences, nor the pathetic pretense that our differences do not exist. I see you in all your light and all of your glory. Love and power to all of you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maya. I use they, them, and she, her pronouns, and the self-care exercise we'll do is the Jar of Destiny. And the goal of that is to have an opportunity to just write whatever it is you need to write in order to focus in on yourself. So with each of these jars or boxes of destiny, if you will, there are different words in each of them. So for example, this jar has different colors to pull out randomly as far as how to respond to it and write to it. This box has different qualities such as productivity, such as focus, such as prayer. And I have another box where the different words are different objects, such as floss or masking tape and things of that nature. And I love the use of the rule that we have in the workshop, for example, and how I take that into my day-to-day practice, being that you cannot change your destiny, because in this time of uncertainty, for example, a lot of things are out of our control. So it's okay that when you pick something out of the jar and you're like, I don't know how I feel about this, but you write towards it anyway. It's actually very soothing and ends up becoming very calming because you get to find a sense of control of that for yourself. And now I can leave that. There are variations of this exercise that you can actually learn more about in the description box. So I will be leading one. So, and what you'll need, besides a jar like this, you'll need a writing utensil and paper. And once you have your lovely bits of words, you get to pick a random word out of here. So the word that I pulled out of this lovely color jar filled with color words is actually the color beige. And I will be writing something based off of that word. And feel free to join me. As you're writing, I wouldn't think too heavily about the word itself. I would more so think about what this word resonates for you and what that word means to you in this frame of reference as you're writing. And that includes, like, if any emotions come up that might feel uncomfortable at first, I would encourage you to sit with it. Let it go in the direction where you want it to take you, because it's going to be the most helpful for you. Once you're done writing, you can either share it with yourself and read it aloud to yourself. You can share it with a loved one. This is inspired by a workshop series that I run on Sunday mornings online. And the goal of those is to say, like, you're not obligated to share, but the invitation is always open. And I love hearing what other people come up with. And sometimes it's nice to surprise myself as I engage in this too. And I greatly appreciate y'all participating. And I can share a little bit of what I've written during this time. So the color I got was beige, and this is what I wrote in response. My grandmother's rocking chair reminds me of home. It's sturdy. It's hard against the pain in my back, and it makes me comfortable despite. I crave the chair that says, "Welcome home. I have missed you." Thank you.
Hi everyone. Sutimi Yura SAPI. My name is Yura SAPI. My name is also Viviana Vargas. I use gender neutral pronouns like they, them. I'm an artist, activist, artivist, facilitator, educator, healer, producer, working at the intersections of art, healing, and social justice. I believe that my purpose, my mission, is to heal and transform the world that we inherited. I run Advancing Arts Forward, a movement to advance equity, inclusion, and justice through the arts by creating liberated spaces that uplift, heal, and encourage us to change the world. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a part of my and Advancing Arts Forward self-care, self-love workshop. We're going to be doing a 5-minute manifesting meditation and envisioning the future meditation. And the goal of this practice is to get your body, your spirit, and your mind in a place where you know what it is that you're aiming for, what it is that you desire for yourself, for your community, for your country, for your planet. So the full self-care, self-love workshop provides you with tools to create a plan for your own self-care, which is self-love. And so this manifesting meditation is a part of it that helps you ground you in looking towards the future that you want to live, and helps you set a foundation for the plan that you create. A couple of things I'd love to say just about self-care, self-love. So the idea is that it's self-love as self-care. Self-care is self-love. Self-love is self-care. We're talking about what it is that you do to show yourself love in the ways that you take care of yourself. Transforming selfish as a negative, as a bad thing, as a taboo, and reclaiming and really allowing yourself to take care of yourself. And that comes off of this idea that self-care, self-love is a tool for revolution in a world where the systems in power, the people in power benefit off of us not taking care of ourselves, off of so much trauma that is happening outside of us, intergenerationally, internally as well. And so in a world where this is true, us being part of what is bringing us down internally, if we're internally not showing ourselves loves and not taking care of ourselves in a world that is also doing that, actually shifting that and making that change to take care of ourselves, to say that we aren't going to allow ourselves to endure more pain. Sometimes I think we also, put ourselves down, tell ourselves we can't do things, we're not enough. And so by shifting that mindset, and being an ally for ourselves, instead of a bully, is actually a revolutionary act. It's a tool for rebellion, and it's an investment in ourselves as well. So we're going to get started with an envisioning the future, also known as a manifesting meditation. I'd love for you to get in a position that is intentional, active, and comfortable for you. Maybe you could place yourself in front of a window with light, or you could even lay down if your body needs this of you right now. For this envisioning the future meditation, this manifesting meditation, I'd love for you to get yourself into a position that is intentional, active, and comfortable for you. Maybe you can place yourself in front of a window with light shining on you, or you could even lay down if your body needs this of you right now. Go ahead and close your eyes. Allow your eyelids to drop down. We're going to be here for 5 minutes. I'd love for you to start visualizing the future. Visualize the next month, 3 months, 6 years, into 10 years, the future, as you would like it. See where it is you want to be. Who do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? In your home, in your community, in your job, in your relationships? Where you see the world? And if you can't see it, maybe you can hear it or smell it or taste it. Allow yourself to think beyond how. Don't worry about how you're going to get there right now. And I'll check back with you in a few minutes. Seconds here. Start to bring yourself back into our virtual space, into the present, back from your time travel. And if you'd like, you can take some time after we close here to reflect on what you saw or heard or smelled or what you tasted in our manifesting meditation. Write a journal entry to reflect on what you've learned about yourself, about the world. And I'd love to close in a moment of gratitude, allowing yourself to say thank you to you for taking this time to invest. We're going to close out on 3 breaths. Inhale for 7 and release for 7. I'll guide you through. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Release, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You by Chani. Thank you.
Hello again. So I'm always talking about affirmations and manifestations. And that's because I truly do believe with some intentional thought and emotional focus, we truly can manifest anything that we'd like. So today I'd like to share with you one of my self-care practice exercises, which is scripting for manifestation. So it's pretty simple, and the goal of it is to create some intentional thought and intentional emotional focus towards the things that we hope to be manifesting for ourselves. Now, you don't need much. All you'll really need is a writing utensil. If you are a bit obsessive like me, you may do a few colors, and a journal. You can always use just a random loose leaf sheet of paper, but I always find that journals are really helpful because they allow you the opportunity to return to what you've written at a later point. And it's kind of cool to see the things that you've brought into your life through simple manifestation. Another thing that helps me is setting the ambiance. So you can do that with sounds, but also one thing that I like to do that for are incense. It allows me to stay focused and present in the room. So if you have incense or a candle that you enjoy, feel free to light that as well. Okay. So let's get to it. Open your journal to a fresh page. And you can entitle it Gratitude or even Manifestations. I like to entitle it Gratitude because the key to scripting is writing gratitude for the things that you're hoping to manifest in the present tense, which means you're writing them as if they've already happened. So if I'm trying to manifest a really big acting gig, then I would write, "Thank you so much for this acting gig. I'm so grateful now that with this acting gig, I'll be able to pay my cell phone bill. I'm so grateful that this acting gig will allow me to channel different sides of my craft that I have not gotten a chance to do just yet. I'm so grateful that this acting gig will be directed by somebody that I've always wanted to work with." So allow yourself to write gratitude for this thing that you're manifesting in the present tense, as if you've already had it. Know that the more specific you are with these goals, the better. It's okay to allow yourself to speak gratitude into the things that you are hoping to bring into existence. And while you're doing so, allow yourself to feel those happy feelings for the thing that you are bringing into your life. So let's start. Great way to begin is, "I'm so grateful now that." As you continue to write, allow yourself to think of how your life would be different now that you have this thing. How does it feel to wake up in the morning with this thing? What loads are now lifted? I'm so grateful now that I don't have to worry about where my next check is coming from. What has it brought into your life? I'm so grateful now that I'm surrounded by so many artists who are in this field. What has it done for you? I'm so grateful now that I've been able to create work that is able to be seen on screen. Allow yourself to continue to write. moments of gratitude for the thing that you are bringing into existence. Allow yourself to suspend those thoughts of limitation, worry, and hesitation, and simply exist inside of the feeling of having. I'm so grateful now that I'm so happy now that I have. Even allow yourself to write about the emotions that come from this thing. I find myself waking up energetic each day, excited to get to set. Don't think too hard. Just allow yourself to free flow as you write in gratitude of the thing that you are beginning to manifest. Allow yourself to truly feel that feeling of being thankful for this new thing. Allow yourself to feel more whole as you write in gratitude. Have you ever thought this far of what it would feel like when you finally have that thing that you've been working for, that you've been manifesting? Well, now as you write and put pen to paper, this thing is yours. I am so grateful now that my work is being shown. Take your time as you write. This writing of gratitude, or scripting for manifestation, has no time limit. So enjoy yourself and allow yourself to get swept away in the feeling of having the thing you've spent so much time manifesting. Know that you can script about anything. You can script about material goods, a car, or a phone. You can also script about having good health, good mental well-being. I know that this technique comes from a place of putting yourself in that good space of having that thing. Allow that last sentence to come to a close. Thank you so much for taking the time to script with me today. Know that manifesting doesn't happen overnight, but with intentional energy and belief, and most importantly, gratitude, anything can be yours. Thank you so much, and may you have a restful day full of gratitude.
We are, in fact, the perfect version of ourselves.
Writing about sadness is a form of caring and acknowledging the reality.
And just to quote Audre Lorde, caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it is self-preservation, and that is an act of political warfare.
That when you self-care, that means that you are giving the world the best of yourself, instead of giving the world what's left of you. Thank you so much for joining us this week on the SoSu Series. I hope that this self-care has helped fill you in ways that it's definitely helped fill me. If any of these self-care practices have specifically helped you today, feel free to let us know in the comments or email us at TheSoSuSeries@gmail.com. Also, if you feel like you have a self-care practice that you would like to share with us, don't hesitate to reach out and let us know. Until next time, don't forget to speak out and speak up.